If you want to make a big impact, I'm talking about a big impact. If you feel like you have a message that you want to share, if you feel like there's something holding you back from delivering your message, you're right. And often it's not a skill that you're missing. Often it's not something that you need to wait for to get there. When I get to that point, I will then be able to. When I get to that level of success, I will then be able to share. I will then be able to be me. I will then be able to do the things that I need to do so that I can have and feel the things that I want to have and feel. And no, I can tell you that now is the moment. Why? Because one day it just snapped. It just clicked. That aha moment just happened. You ever stuck? When I remember I was stuck with web design and I was like, what is this variable thing? This variable thing, this variable thing. And then one day it just clicked. Oh, that's what a variable is. Oh, that's easy. What is this DNS server? Like what? I don't get it. I don't understand how domain names work. I don't know. And I was frustrated. And then one day, in a second, it just clicked. I had that aha moment and boom, it worked. SEO, aha moment. Networking, aha moment. Public speaking, aha moment. Sharing myself online, being able to give you full enthusiasm, full me, full authenticity. Boom, it happened. It just happened all of a sudden for me to be able to talk to you. I'm talking to you right now, nobody else, just you. And most people can't do that. Most gurus can't do that. And why? Why is it? They didn't get to that aha moment yet. And when they get to that aha moment, they can skyrocket. They can be able to go anywhere they want to go. Now, I'm not looking to skyrocket because I learned what focus is about. I learned what values are about. I learned what my ideal day looks like for me. Right now, I'm pouring sweat, and I feel amazing. And yesterday, I had an amazing day. And this morning, I got to kiss all my kids and see them off to school. And I just had the most incredible morning ever. And my routine, my friends, is something that I created for me, for my family, for my work, for the people that I care about, for the people I want to contribute to, for the people that I want on my bus, for the people that I want to share my vision with. And I went through the past decade. I'm now 38 years old. I just turned 38 last week, and thank you for all the beautiful happy birthday wishes. But I just turned 38, and I look back at the past 10 years. I've made so much freaking progress. I went from being a morbidly obese person, 265 pounds. I weighed myself this morning. I was 172.2. Bam! Yesterday, while I was fasting, I was 170, but I knew because I didn't eat anything, that doesn't matter. It's not really my weight. But I feel so amazing. I feel so great. I feel so open. I feel so powerful. I feel so free. And I feel like I can give so much more to the people that I love, the people that I care about. I am so grateful in this moment. Yesterday, we were sitting around a dozen successful entrepreneurs that all built multi-million-dollar businesses from scratch. And we're having a conversation about what you're grateful for on a superficial level and then on a deeper level. And we're all talking about the things in our life that we're most grateful for. And I was so grateful that I can progress, that I can grow myself by contributing to others, by motivating others, by coaching others, by supporting others. And others is my family, my friends, my community, my social circle, and that includes you. So I've been thinking about my books. I've been thinking about my courses. I've been thinking about the things that I've been waiting to put out there into the world because I frankly was telling myself that I'm not ready to create it. I started Mojo Nation, and then I was like, you know what? It doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right. There's something missing there. I don't know that who my tribe is and who the people are, and I'm searching and searching and searching and searching and searching and searching, and everything slows down. And then I send out an email to thousands of people, and people say, I get a lot of value from what you offer, but I'm not really sure what your focus is. And I'm a person that any success I ever had was when I focused intently. And that's the fourth chapter of my book, the fourth level, the fourth stage. And I know that if I don't focus, I'm not going to succeed. I need to pick. And in my business, Ajax Union, we focused on B2B marketing. And when we focused, things changed. In the beginning, when we focused on SEO and small businesses, the business took off. We were number 178 on the Inc. 5000. We grew like crazy when we focused. So focus is the key. So what problem can I solve for the people that I care about most, from the people that I can offer the most? And oftentimes they say, go back to where you were. Go back to where you were 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Go back to where you were. There are plenty of people there. Actually, most people are there. Find the people that can resonate with you, that are where you were, and take them through your journey. You went through a hero's journey along the way. And initially, you had a desire. And then you had a conflict. And when a character has a desire, and then he has a conflict, that makes for a beautiful story. And then, along the way, you got a superficial transformation, which is the first journey, and it was beautiful. And you built a multi-million-dollar business, one of the fastest growing companies in America. But then you weren't satisfied because you had all these fears. You had all these insecurities. You had a lack of power, a lack of freedom, a lack of purpose, a lack of self-expression. And then one day, in a heartbeat, you realized what was missing. And one step at a time, one strand at a time, you climbed that rope. You climbed it, and you climbed it. And then when all hope was lost, right at the end, all hope was lost, and you were about to give up and just give in to the grind, and you were about to like lose it all, suddenly you had the ultimate transformation. And that, my friends, is every movie, every book, every story, every life. You have to recognize it. And when you recognize that beautiful story, you're able to transform other people and take people along that path. Because people are not sure what the future looks like. They are not sure what the future looks like. And you have something amazing to share. You are an expert. You've gone through a journey. You are a hero. You are a hero. And my question to you is, are you willing to share your journey with the world? And are you allowing me? Will you allow me to support you to share your journey with the world, to express yourself so you can have more power, more freedom, more vitality, more purpose in your life? You see, it was not easy for me to do this. And I had no one that was holding my hand along the path. No one that painted the picture for me, because even my coaches and mentors didn't need to go through the transformations that I went through. Yes, I've used like a dozen coaches, a dozen mentors, and each one of them helped me like pick a little piece of the puzzle out, whether it was relationships, whether it was strategy, whether it was my own personal brand and figuring out my values and my strengths and my why and my vision and all that stuff, the little stuff, my body, food. Like I had to figure out all the little pieces of the puzzle, slowly picking them out and like picking people's brains and spending thousands of dollars on coaching to go from average Joe to CEO. And to learn what it means to build a beautiful culture, to learn what it means to really love your children and not just say, oh, I need to love my children, but really care for them, look at them in their eyes and love them for who they are and fully allow them to express themselves and not judge them. And the same with your parents. Don't try to change them. Don't try to make them better, but love them for them being your parents and honor them for them being your parents. And when you can step into life in the now, in the present, when I can step into life in the now, in the present, being confident, trusting, not being super egotistical or trying to show off, but being me for real like I am with my best friend. But the problem is I didn't have best friends. I said I had best friends, but I didn't have best friends. What is a best friend? Someone who you can truly, truly, truly be yourself in front of. And if you can't be truly, truly, truly yourself in front of you, how are you supposed to have a best friend? And people wonder why they don't have friends. I was sitting having lunch with somebody yesterday, and he's like, I feel like we're like connected, like we're friends. And I said, the reason you feel that way is because we are friends. We are connected. We share similar values and similar passions. And we have similar backgrounds, although we're a million miles apart. I'm an ultra-Orthodox Jew, and you come from a completely different path that has absolutely no knowledge of my background. But because we are both human and we both share the basic values, and because I am 100% confident, 100% trusting, and that I'm on the path that I chose, not some random path that leads to nowhere that maybe I'll die in or maybe I'll get old and I'll regret it, but no, I'm on the path that I chose with every fiber of my being, with my consciousness and with my subconsciousness, with my mind and with my heart, united as one, traveling in this place, in this direction, to literally give away the gift that I've been given to you. And that's what I want to do. I want to give you the gift. But I know that if you don't pay the price, I know that if you don't pay the price with your effort, mostly with your effort, with your concentration, with your focus to go along this route with me, it's never going to happen. There's a guy that contacted me. He's 313 pounds. I love him. I love him. I care about him. But he will not change unless he's willing to put in the effort. And I want him to realize that what he's eating and the things that he's doing and the habits that he has, he's not even responsible for them. The fact that you don't have results in your life, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your health, or whether it's in your financial well-being, has nothing to do with what you did. It's not your fault. It's habits that were instilled in you. It's programming that was instilled in you, but you don't have the awareness to even know that, so there's no way you can change it. You're stuck in the matrix. You don't even know you're in the matrix. Once you realize that, once you start learning the law of attraction and how it really works, not that you just think of the bicycle and the bicycle will appear, but you become aware. And when you become aware, then step number 2 is you have the right strategy. And when you have the right strategy, step number 3 is accountability. And when you combine those 3 aspects, you get the ultimate transformation. But you're going to have to go through the journey. You're going to have to go through the hero's journey. In order for you to have the ultimate transformation, you first have to be that character. And you have to have a desire. And you have to anticipate the conflict and recognize the conflict in your life instead of making excuses and saying, oh, that's not a conflict. No, it's a conflict, and I'm stuck, and I'm scared. And you break through anyway because you have the support of someone that has done it before. And I am so proud because I used to say, you know what, I don't coach people. I'm not a coach. What coach? I'm a CEO. And then I realized the impact that I can make on people's lives, whether it's weight loss, whether it's transforming their own self-expression, whether it's transforming their own business, their own financial well-being. And the crazy thing is that I was not allowing myself to contribute because I was scared that the message that I would give was not good enough, that I was not good enough. And as a result, I couldn't make my ultimate contribution. And when I gave up on that and I just took action and I started supporting people, both people in groups and one-on-one, my life changed. I was coaching a 13-year-old over the phone from San Diego, California, someone who I love very dearly. And he's like, Joe, I'm unhappy. You don't understand. I'm 13 years old. I'm unhappy. I said, what could you possibly be unhappy about? You're gosh darn 13. Everything is paid for. You have no responsibilities. You could do anything in the world, and you know it because you're brilliant, yet you're unhappy. He's like, why am I unhappy? Why am I an unhappy person? And through a 30-minute conversation, his brain blew open. It just blew open because he realized that gratitude, he was feeling resentment every time he was grateful. He was confusing gratitude with something that was tit for tat. If I'm grateful, that means I'll have to be a slave. I can't be grateful. Gratitude is something I have to pay for. And I was like, you're confusing love and fear. And when you have this fusion of love and fear, you're not sure what you're feeling. It's like this terrible feeling. You want to feel clarity. You want to feel love. You want to give love. I said, what was the moment that you felt the most happy in the past 48 hours? And we had a pact that he would do kind things for his parents. And when he did something kind for his parents, he's like, when I did something kind for my parents and I saw the smile on their face, I felt happy. And I said, when you felt happy, what was that happiness that you felt? How can you describe it? He's like, I don't know, it was just happiness. I said, were you grateful that your parents smiled? He's like, yes, I was. And his eyes opened up and he was like shocked by the fact that gratitude was connected to love. And when he had that aha moment, I had that aha moment too, because I was telling a story. And when you tell a story, your brain's fired up in the same place. And I realized that when I coach others, when I train others, when I teach others, when I mentor others, I grow. I grow. Because I'm ferociously reading. I'm reading and reading and learning and growing and reading and reading and learning and progressing and taking things to the next level and having more awareness and realizing that unless I take action, unless I support other people, I'm never, ever, ever going to break through that ultimate barrier. And now I see why the likes of Tony Robbins, why the people who've made it that are worth $1 billion are out there doing this. Why are they doing this? They don't need to be doing this. They could be on the beach relaxing, but they can't not do this. They can't not do this. They have to be out there. They have to contribute, and I know you want to contribute as well. And I know you want to teach others. And the problem is you're scared and you need someone to show you the way. And I, my friends, would like to show you the way. I want to free you from the lack of self-expression. I want to free you from the lack of power, from the lack of freedom, from the lack of vitality that you have in your life. And if you'll allow me to do that, send me a message. Let's have a conversation. I'd like to create something. I'd like to co-create something. So if this resonates with you, let's have a conversation. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful Wednesday.